Stampers, it's Jackie Bolhuis from Zeeland, Michigan. I have a fun card to share with you today, and it's another fun fold. I've been kind of on this fun fold kick lately, and I'm also going to use the Dino Days stamp set. Now, in case you've missed the details, that is what I'm featuring this month, my online class. Between the 1st and the 10th, when you place a $50 order, you get my class for free, and it features fun folds. There's 6 fun folds that are super cute, and they work great with Dino Days. That's what I made them in, but you can actually use the fun fold ideas for anything. Now today I'm going to share another fun fold using Dino Days. So I think this might be like the 2nd or 3rd one I've shared with you, other than the 6 that are going to be in the class. So you're going to have lots of fun fold ideas. If you missed the other ones, go back and find them. Today's measurements and all the supplies will be in today's blog post. Now down in the description, right down there of this video, I will have the link to take you to that blog post. There's quite a few parts and pieces of cardstock this time. It's not hard though. Remember, everything I do is quick and easy. There's just a lot of parts and pieces, so I'll have all the measurements for you over there so that you can make this card, whether you use the same stamp sets and paper as I do or any other ones. It's just a fun fold. Okay, one last thing, just a reminder, we are now into the holiday catalog. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you work with or who's sending you a holiday catalog, I'd love to send you one. Again, use that link down there in the bottom, the description of this video, to go over to the website. Up at the top, click on Request a Catalog, and you can request a holiday catalog, and I'd be happy to send you a free copy of it. So, without any other ado here, further ado, I guess are the right words. Let's quit chit-chatting, let's flip the camera down, and let's get stamping, because I think you're going to like today's card. Hold on one second. Gosh, I think I was getting all tongue-tied in some of those words just in the intro. Hopefully I can get through this video with you guys. Like I said, I'm using Dino Days, but don't limit yourself with the fun fold that I'm going to show you today to just the stamp set. I've done this fun fold, I think, before, couple years ago, and it really works perfect with almost any stamps and papers and colors. It's just a fun layout. You know, sometimes it's nice to do something that's not just, you know, cardstock folded in half and something on the front of it. So that's what we're going to do. Now let's set that aside. Like I said, I have quite a few parts and pieces going here. I'm going to start here. We're at 8 and 5 1/4. This is lovely lipstick. Now just a reminder again, I'll have all of these measurements over on the website for you so that you can go over there and grab them. Then I have my layering squares dies. I love these because they'll layer on top of each other, and you've got the scallops and you've got the regular, but they work perfect for a window card, which is what I'm making today. So I'm picking the one that fits real nice on there, and I'm going to just go run this through my die cutting machine, and I'll be right back. There we go, we can pop that out. I'm not going to use this piece, so you can save that for another project. So there's the base of our window card we're going to make. And we're just going to add a little bit of stamping design here on the outside. So I have one of the stamps from Dino Days here. It's just the little circles that you can use on the dinosaurs, or it also just makes kind of a fun background. So we're going to just stamp it randomly. Notice I'm coming off the paper, on the paper. Random stamping, remember my little tip, spin your cardstock as you stamp. That way you get things going in all different directions very easily, you know, without trying to do one of these numbers. So there we go. I just use lovely lipsticks, so it's kind of tone on tone, but it just adds a little bit of texture to our card here. Now the next piece of cardstock I'm going to grab is a piece of Whisper White. And we've got, what, 7 1/2 by 5. Kind of some weird measurements here. But this one, we're going to actually make what I like to call a backwards card. I'm just going to take a piece of the Dinosaur DSP here, add some adhesive on it, and I'm going to adhere this to the front, which feels totally backwards. So you got to kind of think when you make this card, because what's going to happen when we put this together, this is going to go in the inside, and it's going to open like this. So we have our card going open and open. Now to get this full size, because remember this was cut down a little bit, I have a piece of Pool Party, and this is a 1/4 sheet. So we have 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, and we're going to just put this right on that for an additional little background. So then we've got our Pool Party looking out from underneath our lovely lipstick. And then this one is going to go in like so. But before I adhere it in there, I want to do a little bit of stamping on it. So let's go ahead and open it up. Now remember, think backwards, which is really hard to do. And we are going to use one of these cute little dinosaurs, and we'll just stamp him down on the bottom like so. And then what I like about this is it also has the little spiky things that you can add onto him. So I'm going to, it's photopolymer, so I can stamp close and see right where that needs to go. Now you can also cut those pieces out, which I'll show you in a second. But for this one, we wanted to just stamp right on there. And then we're gonna use the words, you're awesome. There we go. Okay, so there is the inside of our card. So then let's go ahead and use our adhesive again. Remember, I like the liquid adhesive, just don't use too much. And if you don't use too much, I guess it won't goosh and it won't warp your paper, but it holds really well. So there's that. Okay, so there's most of our card. Now we need to kind of decorate the front a little bit. And this time, instead of stamping, what I did was I grabbed a piece of the Designer Series paper, and I love that Stampin' Up! Has been doing this, that with a lot of the different images, a couple sheets of the paper will have the same type of images as come with the stamps. So we can use these if we want to also to cut them out, and we can even use the dies. Now, so that I don't, I guess, ruin any, and I can kind of maximize and get the most out of here. This little guy that I want to use, I'm trimming around him like so, and then I can take the die for him, and we're gonna go back over to the die cutting machine there, and we're gonna cut him out. There we go. I like to use little pieces of washi tape to hold them in place, just to make sure that that die doesn't slide. So there is our cute little dinosaur. I don't have little kids anymore, so I forget the names of all of these. I'm sure you guys will know. And then we're gonna adhere him on. We're gonna just use dimensionals on the back. Now remember, dinosaurs don't have to just be for little kids. I think they're adorable for anybody. Using some of the mini dimensionals as well, because we want to pop him up really good. So we can go ahead and peel the backing off of these. We're going to stick him onto the front of our card, like so. Okay. Then I have another one of the dinosaurs that I've already cut out from that Designer Series paper, so that's all ready to go. But let's set that aside for just a second. And I have a scrap of the Whisper White here. And what I'm going to do is stamp the words Happy Birthday. Now this I took out of the Perennial Birthday. I kind of wanted just a long greeting, I guess would be the best way. So I'm going to stamp it way down on the bottom. Now this is kind of a little tip here. Sometimes when you want things stamped on just a small piece of paper or real tight like that, I just go with a big piece of scrap paper, and then I go and I cut it down. Rather than trying to figure out what size to cut it and then stamping on it, stamp and then trim it down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this to my cutter, and I'm gonna even trim a little bit off of this edge and then cut it that way. So I'll be right back. Okay, while I was at the cutter, I also trimmed it this way. Now I'm not gonna have a measurement for this because it really is just whatever size it ended up to accommodate those words. Then we're going to use mini dimensionals to be safe here, and I'm going to put them on the back here. I'm going to put 2 on each end. I'm using the piercing tool. You can use your Take a Pick tool, has the piercing, and I still tend to just grab my old piercing tool because it's always handy. And we'll peel these off. Now remember, this could be any stamps, any paper, any greeting. Okay, we're all about the fun fold here. Then we're going to take this Happy Birthday, and we're going to just stick it across our opening like so. And then this dinosaur, let's go ahead and put dimensionals on him. Let's see, big ones will fit on most of his body, and then we'll use some of the minis on his head and on his neck. Use lots of dimensionals, especially when you're using Designer Series paper, because it's not as thick, so it's not as, you know, sturdy, so you want to put a little bit more dimensional support underneath there. So we'll peel these off, and then he is going to go on that inside card, so he's peeking through our window. So I kind of want to place him. I want to make sure he's peeking out there and we can see him. So why don't we go about right there, like so. Okay, so there is our finished card. So when it's closed, we can see him peeking through. We're going to open it this way, and then we'll open it that way. And there's our message and our cute little dinosaur on the inside. Now let me show you another one that I made. I did the exact same thing, just used a couple different pieces. This one is stamped. I didn't cut out of the designer series paper. And you'll see he has the little spiky things here. When you stamp these, there is a separate die to cut them out. You can see here, so you cut out the dinosaur first, stamp them, cut them out, stamp this one and cut them out, and then you adhere that one underneath. So that's how he's put together. And kind of the same thing on the inside. So we have a card for a boy and we have a card for a girl. Well, guys, I hope you enjoy this fun fold. Remember, you have until the 10th. That's just tomorrow yet, I believe, to order the class or to get the class for free. Again, you get 12 tutorials using Dino Days. 6 of them are fun folds that have a video going along with them showing you how to put the fun fold together. So make sure you check out my blog post. It'll have the online stamping class host code that you need to use. Make sure your order is at least $50 and then you'll get the class for free. Otherwise, you can just purchase the tutorial. That information is over there as well. So as always, if you guys have questions or I can help you with anything, let me know. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been for 25 years. I feel like I work 24/7. No, not really, but I love what I do and I love teaching quick and easy stamping. So let me know how I can help you. So until I stamp with you again, have a stamp happy day.